Hello, dear friends. Good evening. My name is Alina Tomer, and I'm a licensed tourist guide in Romania. And as you see, it's 6 p.m. So here we are live on our three channels: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Together with our colleagues, we started back in April to live broadcast all these beautiful things, tours, live virtual guided tours with different subjects from Romania. We love our job, we love our country, and more than everything else, we love presenting and telling you the stories and to show you the beauties of Romania in order for you to come and see. And more than this, to come and hire a licensed tourist guide. Here you have our details, you have the website and the email address. A licensed tourist guide always will have a certificate and of course a badge. This badge, we have different models. This badge, according to the Romanian law, it's mandatory to wear, and each and every group has to have a license tourist guide. So as you see today, we are going to the Little Paris, but Little Paris from Bucharest. So let us invite our colleague, Carmen. Hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Fine. Like always, looking forward to see the beauties and to find new information about Romania. And this it was really surprise the subject what you proposed. Actually, I didn't know that there is a museum. I knew about the story back in the World War, but I didn't know that it is a museum. So here we are.
Yes.
How are you?
I
Fine?
am good. Yes, I am good. Thank you. Looking forward to tell you a little bit about this nice museum,
Yeah.
which I really liked.
Great.
Okay.
So let
Uh,
us dive. If you want to tell us something, just please.
okay. Let me tell you a bit about myself. I don't
Please,
know if
please.
everybody
Do.
remembers. Okay, so I'm a licensed tourist guide here in Romania. I'm also in my free time an English and French teacher. I'm an authorized translator. Okay, so this is my guide badge.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
See, wait.
yes.
No.
Now, okay, let's
Yes.
show it.
Great.
Okay.
Super.
So no, I like traveling very much. So this is one of the reasons that I became a guide. And of course, I like to use my foreign language skills all the
Great.
time and to meet new people, new places, all that.
That's important.
Yes. Okay,
Uh,
so without any further ado, let's dive in and let's start with the first picture. Okay?
Dive in, as you said. Let
Okay.
us dive in.
Okay, so today we're going to speak about the Museum Little Paris from Bucharest. And this museum is located in the old town of Bucharest, which I'm sure you know is famous for its bars and clubs and also for the very nice architecture, of which you can say is from another times, not from now. Here we also have the Palace of the National Bank, which is a historical and beautiful building with a lot of history and the ruins of a very nice inn there next to it. And also Manuk's Inn, which I'm sure you heard. Maybe if you've been to Romania, you had dinner there, which is a very nice restaurant now. But in those times, in 1812 specifically, was important because a treaty was signed there between the Russian Empire and the Republic of Moldavia. And of course, the Russian Empire occupied Moldavia at that time. So this is why this inn is very important. Okay, so the museum is located on Lipscan Street number 41. And it is the old building that belonged to the Dales family. Okay, let's see that. Okay, this is the Dales family. Okay, it was one of the richest families in the 19th century, but unfortunately, its member had a tragic end. The building was built in 1877. Ioan G. Dales, you can see him on the right. It was a great merchant, and he had several houses in Bucharest. And he married Elena on the left, and she was the daughter of another very rich and famous merchant at that time. But unfortunately, their daughter, their child, died at a very young age, at 17. Another important building that belonged to them in Bucharest is called the Popular University Dales. Currently, it's called Dales Hall, and we have here theater plays, courses, trainings, all sorts take place there. It's a very nice place. Moving on, we to the creator of the museum. You see the next slide. Okay. So this is Eugen Ciocan, who before creating the museum, he became famous like a decade before creating this museum because he had a photo cabinet where he was called the maître photographe, master photographer in English. And he would give to the interested parties vintage pictures which are colored manually. So this is why he was famous for his very nice pictures colored manually from the old days. And of course, starting from these pictures, he also began collecting vintage objects, which he gathered over the years. And finally, after some years, he exposed them in the museum like they are today. He was also a director for over 350 documentary movies. And he first created in this building there, in the place of the museum, he created his photo cabinet, where he called himself Maître Photographe de la Belle Époque. And after that, of course, step by step, he created the museum. Now let's see the entrance of the museum. Okay, so as you can see, it's very easy to spot the museum, the entrance, because we have this nice panel in front of it, so you can't miss it. And let's go on and see the stairs, the next. Okay. So right from the entrance, as you can see, you are already taken to the end of the 20th century only by looking at the walls and at this beautiful chandelier. At least this is how I felt when I went there. And of course, now let's climb those stairs and prepare to be amazed and feel like a lady or a gentleman from the end of the 19th century. The 19th, or the end of the 1900s, sorry. In the 1900s, it was a time when Bucharest had its manners, books, and lifestyle from Paris itself. So everything was elegant at that time. When we enter this museum, we find ourselves in the main hallway, which opens the four rooms of the museum. And we have a very nice host there who welcomes us and tells us that at the end, if we like the museum, we can can donate a small amount in a box there. And he also tells us a little bit about the museum, and then he just leaves us to walk around as much as we want. For me, I actually felt immediately like I was back in time in the 1900s, Paris, and of course with the appropriate dress, preferably red because I like red. Okay, now let's see the main rooms of the museum. There are two main lounges. First, we have the Oriental Lounge. No, it was before, sorry. The Oriental Lounge. This one, which is characterized by the stucco works, which were brought from the theater Maria Filoti from Brăila. Brăila is another wonderful city of Romania. I know my colleagues did the virtual tour there also. And it's close to Galați, which is the town I was born. So it's very important for me also. The stucco works here are in Moor style. And as the creator of the museum himself said, it is a kind of reconciliation of the Great Orient. This is how he called it. The furniture here is made of precious wood, and the woodworks look like lace. So it's a very, very nice. Of course, it's just a part of it. We cannot show you everything, but believe me, it's very, very nice. Moving on to the French lounge. Let's see the next slide. Okay. Okay. So the French, this is still the Oriental Lounge. There are some pictures more for the Oriental Lounge. You can see the woodwork. You can see a chair there. Okay. And let's move on to the French Lounge. Okay. Let's see. So the French Lounge has Louis the 16th century set. Worked in an old workshop from Lyon, and a Rococo mirror, very rare nowadays. Or as Eugen Ciocan, the founder, said, it is a museum piece. It is an accomplishment that you can't have it nowadays, even if you have all the money in the world. This is a quote from what he said. Okay, let's move on, please. Next slide. Okay. As you can see, we have a bathroom here, and even the bathroom seems from another time, a different era. I really enjoy these blue tiles here, but everything was up like before, like in the 1900s, before the end of the 20th century. Okay. In the other smaller rooms, let's say. Okay, here we have some of the other smaller rooms, the other two smaller rooms. We can find furniture in Chippendale style, some Russian chairs from the period of the Tsar. The furniture is made by the old handyman, was made by the old handyman, those kind of handymen who knew the secrets of the trade, and they would pass it on to their apprentices. But of course, this kind of trade is lost today. This was one of the reasons that Eugen Ciocan decided to make this museum, because he said that nowadays everything is like industry, everything is mass produced, and the old trades are lost. Nothing is like before. Okay, so there are several original elegant dresses here. Let's see the next slide in these rooms, or some suites from the for men. Different type of clothes from that time. We have a lot of hats of all shapes and forms, silk gloves, shoes. Shoes are made by the biggest European fashion houses. And of course, since between the two wars, the main entertainment was dancing teas, having tea and dancing, or all sorts of other parties for different reasons. We can also see a lot of tea sets, and for the music, they have gramophones and record players, of course. Good. Next, we have, yes, we see the gramophone here. And there with the hat, the male hat, there is actually a toilet set, a male toilet set, an entire toilet set, as you can see in the picture. It is on one of the rooms. Actually, one of the other rooms has Romanian influence, let's say, has costumes and things which are specific to Romanian people at that time. Okay, next we have a small terrace. Next, okay. Unfortunately, you cannot go to the terrace. You can just see it through a window, but even so, you can see it is very nice, decorated, and of course, again in the style from that era. And as the creator said, each object in the museum has its own story, and of course that he has objects from all over the world. But what is very nice to know is that even the objects are from everywhere in the world. He bought all the objects from here in Romania, from collectors or from people, friends here in Romania that he had. And of course, there is still a photo cabinet there. We still have a photo cabinet. Let's see the next slide. Okay, you can see a lot of dresses here, like elegant dresses like in the old days. And actually, the photo cabinet still works nowadays. You can go there and dress in those wonderful, elegant clothes. And you can have a professional photographer taking pictures of you in that decor. Or better yet, you can even take the decor with you someplace else. Let's say you have a private party. You can take the decor and the photographer and the clothes and everything and have some amazing pictures. And of course, since I like animals very much, and in my last tour, I also had a picture with the cat. I couldn't help myself to put one even in this tour. And I have a picture from the museum Facebook page, which I like very much. See the, okay. The next slide, this one, yeah. And of course, Monday the museum is closed, like most museums are all over the world. Oh, like most are all over the world. Okay, so this was a short tour. I thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. It was like the short version because I do encourage you to come and see it. I hope I made you interested in coming and seeing this museum. There are just a few pictures because I really don't want to show everything. I want you to come and see for yourself. It is always better to do like this. And well, hope to
It
see you
is a
soon.
beautiful picture, and of course, a black cat,
Yes.
which I love very much. They are my favorites.
Well, I
Yes,
don't have a preference with colors. I like all of them and dogs and everything. This is how I am. I like all the animals.
of course. So it was really, really interesting, Carmen. And we have, of course, Tiberio, which is very happy to see us. Also,
We say
Liana,
hello to him.
also Mrs. Liana Montano, which is says very interesting, and that she hopes that this museum is being visited because it is very interesting.
Yes, it is. I can assure you, I really liked it. I saw it for the first time not long ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. This is why I decided. I called you and I said, okay, let's do a virtual tour about it because I truly felt like I went back in time when I stepped in there. So it is amazing. So it is good to see it.
And our colleague Andrea, which is going to have the Hungarian tour on Monday, she says hello. Hello, Andrea. Thank you very
Hello.
much for watching. So it is a very interesting, and of course, it is advisable to hire a guide, especially the people to hire you because you presented and you brought to us this beautiful gem of Bucharest we didn't know about. So Tiberiu again. Bye. And it is exactly the time, the people are just the most, you can concentrate on the information you present is maximum 25 minutes, so we are in the best time ever. uh, Dear Carmen, thank you very much for being today with us, and for sure we will discover together much more gems of Romania, because we have a beautiful country and
Yeah.
uh, deserves to be shown and speaked about. We are Pro Guide, the professional association of tourist guides. So, if, dear friends, you'd like to support our activity, you can do so over our PayPal account or over our IBAN account. So, if you'd like to say something else, please, and then we'll say hello and bye to our
No, it's
friends.
okay. It was a pleasure to be with you again, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. And see you next time.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
wonderful weekend.
You
Bye.
too. Bye bye.